Hello and welcome back to Foos Entertainment. Well, a long time waiting because I've been very busy, as always. We're trying to get this done, but we still have time, people. We can still get all this done. There's not much left. There's only really 2 events after the Conjuring event that I did, which I will start talking about on camera after these particular 2 movies. Now let's finish up and bring it to a close with this Child's Play franchise. Make sure I get the year right on this. With 2017's Cult of Chucky. Yay. You ever heard the term the good, the bad, and the ugly? Well, I'm not referring to the brilliant indie movie with Clint Eastwood in it, which is still inferior to his predecessors, A Fistful of Dollars and A Few Dollars More, or A Fistful of Dollars if you want to split that word up. But, what do you mean by the good, the bad, and the ugly? Is this film's all over the place. You can't really have a clear opinion of it. Basically put, this follows Curse of Chucky quite well, but well, first let's say what I gotta say that I liked about this movie, I guess. The good. Start with the good, then go to the bad, and then go to the ugly. Alright, the good. This is a horror movie, not a comedy. So it doesn't follow in the footsteps of Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. It follows in the footsteps of Curse of Chucky. So it is a controversial and serious movie. I can say that. That's the good. The bad. It is boring. Out of all of these films, out of the 6 previous movies are more entertaining than this one. This film is boring. This film kind of tries to do the whole chamber piece thing that Wrong Turn, 4 Blade Beginnings, and Jeepers Creepers 2 does. Although this one quite literally is in one place the entire time, which is a psychiatric hospital for the criminally insane. But it's boring. It's very, very boring. The ugly. Dumb, stupid concepts with the Chucky doll in this movie. Obviously, the very in-your-face one. There's not one Chucky doll. For some odd reason, they came up with the idea. I don't know if they used it from the Conjuring movies or something, but they decided to give Charles Lee Ray the ability to use any good guy doll as a conduit for his soul. Yeah, you heard it. There's like 10 different Chucky dolls in this movie. Maybe that's the way they got the title, the stupid title, Cult of Chucky. Maybe that's why it's called The Cult of Chucky. Yeah, because there's Chucky dolls all over the place in this movie. Maybe that's why it's called that. Stupid name, I might add. Out of all the Child's Play movies, this one actually has the stupidest name of them all. In all the other films, the name made sense. In this movie, I guess, but that's the ugly part of the good, bad, and the ugly scenario. It does have meaning, but still a shitty name. All right, plot of the movie. Obviously, our main character from Curse of Chucky. I always forget her name. Maybe it's actually on the back of this, so I can. Nika. Yeah, her name's Nika. Again, played by Brad Dourif's daughter, the actor who does the voice of the Chucky doll, and plays Charles Lee Ray in the movies. His daughter, of course, plays Nika. And she was blamed for all the murders in the previous film and has been pretty much in psychiatric care since. She obviously gets submitted to a minimum security psychiatric hospital for criminally insane. Over there we meet our would-be victims. We have this Asian chick who we don't know much of her story, but what I'm guessing is that she probably killed somebody for more righteous reasons, but the courts didn't quite see it that way, but she does. That's just me doing what's called a profiling of a character. It doesn't really tell you what she did to get into the psychiatric hospital for criminally insane. But I'm basing this off of the fact that she continuously picks on Nika, thinking that she's like evil or something, and just won't let her go because, completely being a bully and just picking on her and harassing her all the time. And the vibe I get is not because she is opposed to killing, it's because she's opposed to the type of killing that Nika is accused of doing. So that's how I came to that profile of that character. And we have a sex crazy guy, a little weird and bizarre individual who has multiple personality disorder. Although, whoever made this movie does not know anything about what that really is like, but let it pass as a movie. Sorry about that, there's a fly right in my face. I think they like my shampoo plus conditioner or hair product, I don't know which. Then you have this shy woman. It looks like she's an innocent, fragile thing. And she's obsessed with this, with a, good night doll that the psychiatrist, the doctor at the facility had. And basically she thinks this her son. Then eventually throughout the movie we find out that she actually murdered her son by smothering him to death with a pillow. And of course you have a crochet to the whole overhyped. I'm not opposed to this movement. I'm just opposed to it being everywhere, anywhere, down your throat, up your nose, through your eyes, up your ass. I'm not opposed to the movement. I'm opposed to how much attention it gets all the time. And of course that's the lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender movement. I'm not opposed to it being represented, but does it have to be represented everywhere and anywhere? One of our, orderlies is married to a man. Another orderly is a woman who's your typical crochet, rational person. So, yeah. And of course we have our main psychiatrist, who's pulling strings. It's usually the case in films like this. They're usually behind some sort of agenda. Obviously, Chucky all gets over there. We find out that her niece is dead, which makes a lot of sense, actually, if you really think about it. Because you have to use your imagination to fill in kind of a little bit of the hole in this movie. And after transferring his soul into the kid, he decided he didn't like being in there anymore, so he left the kid's body, and of course, obviously, the kid died. So I guess now we know there's consequences for when Charles Lee Ray transfers his soul into a human, which never happened before. The consequences of it is if he leaves the body, it's kind of like Jason leaving a host body in Jason Goes to Hell. It dissolves or dies or something. Where the hell that came from, I don't know. The person that made this movie must have been high on some sort of drug or something. I don't know. Or drunk. Or just didn't care about smart people watching the movie. Thought it was just going to be dumb people watching it. And obviously Tiffany is in this movie, of course, again. Played by Jennifer Tilly. A little cameo. Alright. Andy Barkley is actually, in a lot of ways, you could say this is his movie. Comeback as well. He's in the movie quite a bit. Plot of the movie. There's 3 plots of the movie. Plot of the movie, from Andy's perspective, he's trying to get into the psychiatric hospital for criminally insane to save Nika from Chucky going after her. Chucky is trying to get into the psychiatric hospital to criminally insane so he can transfer his consciousness into Nika's body. While in there, there's another character. There's this older woman, like really old, who's terminally schizophrenic, that thinks she's a ghost and tries to convince everybody she's a ghost. Stupid character, my dad. Chucky goes in there and starts strategically killing all the people. You know, all these characters. And finds ways to blame it on Nika. Usual cliche there. He does transfer his consciousness into the guy with multiple personality disorder. Doesn't quite work out the way he wanted, but it does do it. It's kind of funny how that works. And then, basically, the psychiatrist in charge, the doctor in charge, he is a pervert. His thing is he wants to hypnotize and put out the chemical-induced hypnosis of Nika so he can actually, do sexual things while she has no control. Weird. And, obviously by the end of the film, Andy gets locked up in there because dolls lock him in there. Nika's body gets taken over by Chucky. She is Chucky now.